Hey guys, Gizmo here at Gizmo's Game Lounge, and I'm going to do something I haven't done in over a year, and that's play some World of Warcraft. I started playing this in April of 2005. I played it for 10 years straight, and finally had to take a break for a little while. I took a break for a little over a year. Now I'm back, and for nostalgia's sake, I want to level a new character. Now, I have several characters named Gizmo already, and that's actually where the name came from, if you were ever curious. But, they're all on different servers, and I'm going back to my main server that I always like to play on, and we're going to level this beast up. So, without further ado, here we go. I gotta tell you, this game right here, it has so many memories for me. I've met so many people over the years and been in so many guilds. I was part of several top rating guilds. Let's watch a cutscene, shall we? I was so excited when they added goblins into the game back in Cataclysm. This is something that everybody wanted when the game first came out. You know, you'd hang out in Booty Bay, and all you wanted to do, you wanted to play a goblin. So obviously, when you finally got to, everybody had a goblin. And because they kind of look like gremlins, everybody named them Gizmo. But man, this brings back so many memories. I actually started out, the first character I ever had was a hunt. Okay, sure, sure. That's a new feature. But yeah, the first character I ever made was a hunter. And I played him during vanilla. And I gotta tell you, I spent so much time in Zul'Farrak trying to farm something. I can't even remember what it was. It was a piece of armor. But I remember 40-man raids. My favorite raid to date is still AQ40. There's just something about it. What we got here? Oh, the old peon quest. Let's zoom out a little bit. There we go. That's a little better. Now, over the course of this, you may see some weird graphic things going on. And what I mean by that is if I do this, you see how the blue screen has now appeared? It's some weird error with the way the screen goes. So if it happens, please forgive me. And there's a good chance I won't even know that it's happening for minutes on end if I manage to do it. As a matter of fact, I might want to check real quick. Make sure. Oh, still blue screen. Alright, there we go. When I first started playing this, I originally came from Diablo 2, Lords of Destruction. And I played that game for so long. I played it for years and years. Actually, if you want to know the whole history, I started playing Blizzard games in the early 90s, back playing Lost Vikings. And I loved that game, and then when I finally had a decent computer, I played StarCraft, and I never really was all that good at StarCraft. So, I went from there and I played Diablo 1. Diablo 1 was a lot of fun. Played it for a long time, and then the expansion came out, Diablo. Well, the sequel came out. And that was the first online multiplayer game that really just sunk. I mean, I couldn't get it out of my skull. I had to play that game. I was near obsessed. Just something about getting online, playing with all your friends, and just leveling and grinding gear. I mean, it was awesome. And the clan I was in, because back then we called them clans. The clan that I was in when 2004 came around, this game World of Warcraft. Everybody's like, man, I gotta play that. We gotta play it. It's awesome. And I said, no, don't you have to pay $15 a month for that? No, I'm not paying to play for a game I already own. That's stupid. What's the point in buying a game if you're just going to have to pay for it every month? So like I said, 2004 rolled around, and all my friends, they were all gone. I mean, they were all on World of Warcraft. And they kept telling me, look, we'll send you the game. We'll send you a 7-day trial. Check it out. Because back then you had to get a little card. And it gave you a 7-day free trial. After that 7 days was up, that was it. You either had to purchase the full copy of the game, or you just didn't play anymore. Unless you did another 7-day trial. And there were a few people that did that. It's not like it is today where you can have a starter edition, which is the full game, and just, play until level 20. But finally, I was kind of missing some of my buddies, and they were all on this game. They finally talked me into playing it. And this game was massive. Like, Diablo 2, with the expansion, was only like, it was a little under 2 gigs. And this one right here, World of Warcraft, when it first started, it was 7 gigs. I only had a 15 gig hard drive. It was 7 gigs. So, holy cow, this game's huge. Where you at? Where you at? Well, I finally got it installed, which took forever because it was across 4 CDs. Da, da, da. Anyway, it was across 4 CDs, like I said. Finally get installed. The game's huge. And it's got this massive update going on. And I'm still playing on 56K at the time. And it was just completely unplayable. My 7-day free trial, I didn't really do anything with it until day 7. Because there were so many updates. And it was laggy as all get out. My computer wasn't up to snuff to run it. I want to say I was still using an AMD 850 megahertz processor. It was ridiculous. Eventually, I got some more RAM in the computer, and I ended up upgrading the processor, ended up doing this and that. Went out, bought the game, bought a game card, and around the first month, it was all over. I'd fallen in love with this game. I couldn't believe how advanced it was. Just everybody was on the screen at the same time. Everybody was there. You could do anything. Like, this was what sold me on the game, as childish as this is. The fart. Just somebody walked up to me and farted on me. I said, you can fart in this game? Is there anything you can't do in this game? And then I did my first dungeon, Ragefire Chasm. And then I got up into the late teens and started waiting on groups for Wailing Caverns, which looks All the early dungeons look completely different now. But it was a crazy experience. It's hard to even put into words what it was like because it was just, you'd never seen anything like this. Man, I want to say EverQuest was out already, but I didn't know anybody playing it. And this is also somewhere around the same time as Final Fantasy XI, but I didn't have a PlayStation 2 at the time, and it sure enough wasn't going to run on the computer I was running. And before you know it, 10 years later, 4 expansions later, and now we're knocking on expansion number 5 in the 12th year, 11th year. Holy cow. It's insane. Get back on the main road, go turn these suckers in and learn a new spell. Now that's a big difference between now and the way it used to be. Used to, learning spells cost money, so you had to be selective of what you actually learned. You couldn't just learn everything all at once. And some skills were fluff anyway, you didn't really need them. Now you hit the right level, you get the spell. And they don't rank up anymore, which was weird. Because you used to have to rank your spells too. If you were lucky, while you were in a dungeon, you would get a book. And the book would have the spell for you. And the reason I say if you were lucky, if you found the book, you didn't have to buy it from the trainer. Also, there were some spells you could only get from the book. Certain levels of fortitude and things like that. Alright, and on this side note, guys, level 4 is a good start, especially considering I hate the goblin starting quests. They're supposed to be fun, they're just a pain in the bum. But with that, I'll see you next time. Later. How was the show, guys? I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, hit that subscribe button below. It means the world to me. If you didn't, give me a second shot with one of these two to the right here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.